Here is an April 20th walkthrough of the Heritage Harbour microforest. Isn't it hard to believe that this was planted just 3 months ago, actually on January 18th. About 1,800 trees, shrubs, and grasses planted over the course of about 4 hours. I'm going to give you a quick feeling for what it's like right now and can't help but show you the exciting signs that we have for 40 species so far, showing what they are. And if you point to that QR code, it will take you to the government botanical site to tell you a little bit about the natural history of that species. Here is the walking trail that our contractor Zach Zilgian and his team put in before the project even got started. And you can see we've got a small part of the microforest on the right and a butterfly. I hope I got that in the video. There's just so many critters. And then we got these little walking trails that are lined with the informational signs. And also we're just envisioning the day when the plants grow up over the trail and create a dark, exciting, thicket-like experience for the kids and adults, kids of all ages. Here's another trail. You can see that it is generously lined with these exciting informational signs. And you can see the irrigation system. We modified these little standpipes to be able to go over our layers of wood chip and cardboard. And here's a newly installed feature coming up right here. This is our sundial. The sundial was installed to give everybody a sense of time and place and thoughtfulness. That's a sign over there. I'm not going to go close to it, that honors the Rotary governors from 15 or 20 countries who visited here. And we're walking down the trail. Wow, you can see there's one really big gumbo limbo that's just waking up from its dry season dormancy. And you know, it hasn't been raining a lot here, so we've been relying on the irrigation system, but plants don't normally grow all that well on drip irrigation. That kind of keeps them alive. Now the rainy season is not so far away. We got a good soaking just a couple of days ago, so it's really going to wake up and take off. And again, I just think this is such a testimony to our combination of using the Miyawaki planting strategy, well exemplified right there. 3 plants per square meter of different character, and then the permaculture based forest floor with the cardboard overlain by recycled wood chips. So, and the other thing to mention about this microforest is how we planted underneath an incumbent canopy, not for the whole thing, but for part of it. And we're taking that from something that needs to be mowed, and where these trees are actually competing with the grass and struggling a little bit, to a more natural configuration with an understory. And these trees will actually be healthier and more windworthy for having a native habitat rather than the artificial mowed turf behind it. You can see we have one plant here that needs to be staked up. That's on my agenda. And now we'll walk very quickly to give everybody a last look at how fabulous the Heritage Harbour microforest is, and the little trails, the butterflies, people who have visited here closer to the dawn, shortly after dawn or closer to sunset, report that it's just teeming with small birds responding to this new habitat, which differs a lot from the native pine woodland around here. And you can see there's a playground there and a busy parking lot here, and we're protecting the kids from the noise and the air quality issues associated with that. And I'm going to go right back to the sign that's at the beginning and mention that this is a temporary sign. It was put on a month or so before the plants were put in, so people would understand why there was mulch here. And that sign will be replaced in about a month with a permanent sign themed around a historical marker made out of cast aluminum that will announce the importance of this piece of green infrastructure, this environmental treasure for decades and decades to come. Needless to say, those of us in the organization, actually a combination of organizations who planted this, are very proud to have done so and very grateful to the people who have paid for it. And I hear a couple of kids behind me, and that's who this is for the next generation and for their kids and for their kids. I hope you enjoyed the quick walkthrough.